think they were really, I think it really worked out.
For sure.
Anyway, we've got Justin Steve versus Towa.
Yeah, it looks like JustinByleth 3-1 over Juice to make it here.
Sheesh.
So on the other side of bracket, we are K-Bean versus the loser of one of our winner sets. So that should be K24.
Yeah, that should be
actually,
K24. Yeah, the one we just saw. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, either way, we've got JustinByleth on the Justin Steve. And
Justin redacted.
Justin not Byleth. And this is PS2, of course, pretty standard setup, but I'm always interested to see, like, JustinByleth is a player who is good. He has good fundies. We know this to be true. And now that he's playing Steve, he's able to use his good fundies to basically break the meta.
I was going to say, now that he's playing Steve, we no longer have to respect his fundies and can say he's a Steve player.
That is true, but at the end of the day, like, nothing is scarier than a player who is good without Steve playing Steve.
Yeah, that is not a thought that I want to think of. Because we're kind of seeing right here what happens. This is looking really grim for Towa, already losing that first stock and only 26% so far.
Right. I mean, JustinByleth, he's a labber. He practices a lot. He actually wants to do the most optimal things with Steve. He knows how to PMLG. Like, he knows.
Yeah,
we all know he knows.
He actually did that in grand finals of a relatively recent tournament.
Yes, and they allowed it. And it's just like we just let it happen, I guess.
So now in this position right here, we have full resources. We are thriving, mining, trying to go ahead and get a little bit extra in the tank. Finally, Towa started to respond back, but...
Wait!
That neutral beat?
But it bit, but it didn't launch because it was still in the... Oh, yeah, basically. I mean, the Paralyze came out, and you saw him get paralyzed, but nothing after that, no launcher. So, no iron, no minecart. Gotta do what you can, build a block, and kind of get yourself back in, but there's no resources to speak of, so it looks like Towa's going to get that falling up air to get some good pressure. And speaking of pressure, that's shield pressure, straight up.
That was a very smart shield drop, but oh my god, yeah, the diamond back here, fresh off the angel platform. See you later, Towa.
And that was a poke. You can't hold shield if you're going to take that much shield pressure and then go back to holding shield against the pressure tools of Steve back air.
Yeah, I agree. In these spots right there, we're seeing it time and time again where Towa is just stuck in shield and really terrified in those spots. You have to go ahead and toss out something. I realize this character's out of shield games and Corrin is pretty bad, but I mean, you have to like up B if you're feeling that terrified.
And this is what makes JustinByleth truly, truly terrifying, is his game sense. He has an incredible knowledge of like how to get around some of these like weird situations that Steve inevitably gets himself mixed up in. And his reactions are always so on point that even in these situations where he knows he can push the envelope, where he knows he can take a risk and go for something crazy, he will take these opportunities.
Yeah, that spot right there, just like you have the wall, you understand that probably what's going to happen is Towa's going to swing with an aerial to try to break it down. So kick the door open yourself and say, what are you doing on my property? Just because you're on the front porch, don't think like this castle doctrine don't matter.
Right, and I mean, of course, Corrin is a character that theoretically should be able to hit those walls relatively risk-free, or at least avoiding that risk of getting poked through the one block with wall. It's just like, okay, you clearly should not be getting hit by like the short range of forward smash. It's like you have Corrin's range.
Yeah, true, yeah, definitely could have seen a little bit of a back off right there from Towa, but instead we got an opportunity to walk the dog, but instead a bit of a jump out of disadvantage. Definitely dig that option.
All right, and Corrin getting a couple hits here and there. JustinByleth taking the opportunity to build a single block just in case he needs to tech.
And double jumping away from that
like
TNT,
that.
please get me out, do not want.
Like he's able to set up all of these tech options, and Towa kind of just like he doesn't really know what to do. He's like, okay, do I fall for the bait and going for the back throw and throwing you right back into the block, or do I just do something else that's not going to send you off stage either?
I'm very sympathetic in those spots because I also don't know what to do in those positions. It's
literally
like the Steve has all of the advantage. The Steve has like 5 or 6 different setups they could be going for. And do you, Nerf, know what to look for in the mind of a Steve?
No, I don't. And right now, when he's able to send you over the block wall that you sent him into, it feels like JustinByleth, he has the prescient knowledge to set up for all of these situations, but he's out of the block that he's looking for, so he almost doesn't pick up that edge guard. Still, it's never over.
Just immediately grab bold and brash from JustinByleth. Justin redacted.
All right. Okay, trying to up tilt his way to an advantageous situation, but can't do anything. We lose the pickaxe right as he gets the pivotal hit to try to beat back Towa.
And then that time, Towa actually did stand at mid-distance right there. All right, Kidnapper? No, we tried, though.
actually close to getting that too. I thought maybe he was going to go for the up smash, but then he goes for jumping on the block forward smash. Interesting mix-up.
Yeah, trying to go ahead and get the kill immediately. Like, we had diamond tools, why not swing?
Sure.
Get full stage control there. Good attempt by Towa. Like, you know that was a back air attempt, but guess what? We had a little bit of redstone, so the minecart was empowered. Do you know how to react to that one?
No, not really. And that's tough because, that's all Corrin can do. That's all Corrin has in their kit to be able to give them in that situation.
Oh,
so.
Justin has optimal combos, too. Like, we saw the little, parry
That's
into the
what I'm
down
talking
tilt.
about, yeah.
That's I don't like this.
And this is not a custom combo. Like, no, JustinByleth has, actually practiced the things that he's doing with Steve, and he's been, working on this. This is, a crazy, taking a master class on Steve because it's, we're learning with him.
Yeah, exactly. We're here at GW University, and this man's out here teaching Steve 101, fundamentals to Towa.
Basically. Sign up for the lecture. And just like that, we're finding that whether that was shielded or not, it poked or could have, or you just get up right into it. And the pickaxe gives you the freedom to kind of mash a little bit in the corner. I'll say it.
So, Nerf, I was talking to Justin before this match, and he was mentioning how much time he's been putting into Steve. Apparently, he is part of a Steve Discord with 40 or more of the best Steves in the world, and they're all just. I want to know what that Discord is, and I need to have a strike on that server. We need to either DDoS it. I need a cruise missile to go ahead and triangulate their locations.
We're gonna get anonymous.
We cannot allow these people to go ahead and continue to lab because we're already seeing in a couple of weeks Justin has gone from being a respectable Byleth main to this.
Any hacktivists out there, any white hat hackers, I need you right now. Please, white hat hackers, save me. White hat hacker, please save me.
Oh, no shield break right there, but instead we got the down smash to continue the pressure. Minecart off stage, but instead we are. Yeah, that is a setup.
No,
what? Oh, it's a get-up attack.
Okay,
Brilliant. Brilliant from Towa.
All right, that's crazy. So manages to eke out a small victory in the ledge. And so we take those.
Back here also not going to connect, so a little bit of ledge pressure. But, oh, what ledge pressure are you talking about? I'm putting down my own platform and jumping in a custom situation.
The way that JustinByleth got off that
I hate this man so much.
See, this is what I'm talking about. He just does stuff. He just does stuff. This is the kind of the customization of Pac-Man with a character that has nuclear missiles as weapons.
It's we don't need no fruit. We got that technology here. Minecart land and then immediately just ever so slightly ease it towards you to get the grab.
Something like that. And then the block, dropping the block to block the back air. You are just a serious savant or something. I don't know. The double wall and then
it actually gets
protects it. He's crazy.
He dies anyway, but I don't care. That was sick as hell.
Third time is the charm for Towa here.
3 opportunities to get out of there, and he's like, "No, I'm just gonna chill in my room."
Everything JustinByleth does is with a purpose, and you can't say that for a lot of Steve players. A lot of them, they're just doing things. JustinByleth is actually pressing buttons so deliberately.
He does things for a purpose, Nerf, and that purpose is to confound his opponents.
To win at all costs, no matter how dirty the tactics.
All right, setting up more ledge pressure, trying to go off stage 2 with that forward air. Not going to get the spike, and now the barrage of back airs is out. But yeah, remember, you talked about this player being particularly good fundamentally, getting those parries on those back airs. If you don't have that against Corrin, you're not winning.
Yeah. It's you can win against some Steves because of their silly game plans and their lack of true flowchart knowledge. And JustinByleth doesn't have that. He's got this innate skill, but he's gonna lose
we
that
are punching
at
now.
the wrong time. Perfect time for him to lose that, I guess.
But actually choosing to spend the diamond, too, because that's an awkward spot, but we still get it back directly thereafter.
Right, we got another one,
Yeah, understanding basically that isn't random. Diamonds occur in a set pattern on each stage, so in that spot, you get that tool back immediately.
That was crazy. You saw the minecart basically just transform into a block, and no juggles here. This is a great way to stop Corrin from anti-airing it.
Exactly, you use that anvil, and then a little bit of Steve knowledge directly thereafter. We saw that JustinByleth mined on top of the anvil. You get your iron back when you do that.
Exactly. It's a perfect resource mitigation that now we've got a little bit more need for those resources, though, as we use the anvil to drop all the way like a rock, and that's untechable. That's exactly what Towa needs. We bring it to a last stock.
Super deep stall, though. I dig the opportunity from JustinByleth, but Towa just has that knowledge, will not be perturbed by those mix-ups deep in the magnifier. Now a little bit of shield pressure, trying to get that single-hit jab to lead into something, but so far Towa's defense has been really good all of a sudden, but one parry, only 24 out of it. And it looks like Justin is starting to break up these little 50-50 strings, trying to go for the home run hit.
I think so too. Yeah, he's trying to drop combos intentionally so that he can like force an air dodge, get a frame trap or something on Towa. But as of right now, Towa is still swinging for his life, doing a good job of keeping the percent differential in his favor. And now we're getting the juggles as well. We're forcing air dodges out of JustinByleth. This is exactly what you want. But we can force out the few resources that he has and get those burned. There's still so much more. We have the pin, and now what do? We get the extension off of the minecart. The one iron left that he had gets used here, and it's the back air that clutches it out for Corrin.
Definitely one of those situations where you know Steve is going to use minecart to get out of corner because it is a strong option, especially with the gold in the back pocket. But if you are prepared to go ahead and respond to that strong option with a strong option of your own, then sometimes you'll find out that if you got the big old disjoint on the back air, then hey, you get the easy win.
Yeah. Over the course of the set, Towa's punishes and or at least attempted punishes on those minecarts has become more salient.
True.
So I think that as we start to enter this game 4, this is where Towa needs to reverse 3-0. We've already started the process here, but we've just got to keep this momentum going.
You know what I'm really worried about is the frequency of these parries on Justin's side. It really does feel like Justin has a read on Towa's aerial drift, and whenever that happens, you can consistently parry these aerials. You just give yourself so many more options. Doesn't matter how big your disjoints are if you're going to keep being able to punish like this. 2 times in a row already in 100%. A solid chunk of that damage has been purely based on parries. What the heck?
Exactly. We're just going to allow all of this. We're just going to pretend like we didn't see any of that. But I mean, you're absolutely right, Scabs, because let's be real, a lot of Corrin's aerials, they have very similar timings. Falling up air, nair, forward air. They all have similar enough timings that you can just go for the parries. And JustinByleth is getting them so consistently because a lot of those options, even though they are technically mix-ups, like you are still able to get the parries pretty generally if you go for the same timings.
Yeah, is it really rock, paper, scissors if all of your options lose to shield?
Yeah, they're all effectively paper. So it's like, okay, great.
So now just staring at that pin for a split second and then immediately gets hit with the back hit of the first one. Anytime we try to compliment the player on their response to one particular tool, they get hit with it. That's just how it goes.
Exactly. But, I mean, still a little bit of empty shield pressure. Corrin lands on center stage, and now we're starting to get more and more of those punishes on the minecart. Towa is not going to let JustinByleth get out of jail for free.
You say that, and then he immediately up B's back to center stage for free.
He does, for free.
That's one of the little mix-ups, the ground level up B's. The fact that combos into up smash means that there is no justice in this world.
That's crazy. He up-tilted, spot dodged, then up-tilted again, and still got the combo, and okay, dies here, so that's justice.
A little bit. We'll see if he does it again here, though.
Never mind. Okay, we still have no justice in this world.
That kidnapper into the depths, but actually able to up B, keeping the double jump. Good presence of mind from Towa not to mash in that perspective.
Right, and going in so far that you can up B straight up so that you avoid any like wonky hitbox hitting the side or something like that. You want to use the maximum distance of that disjoint.
Walking away, mining directly in front of the pin. I love it every time. Every time someone disrespects Corrin pin, it's like, I know my spacing, sir.
Exactly. Okay, down air, cannot do that for free. That's super unsafe, and it's an option that you want to keep in the back pocket until the optimal time. That's not it.
Good little evasion around pin yet again. Now safe shield pressure, just tap and walk the dog all the way across the stage.
But great DI out from Towa. He's doing the right things. And look at the SDI as well.
Exactly.
Like that's what I'm talking about. Towa is breaking his controller trying to get out of this situation and is doing a good job.
I mean, we got that top 8 money guaranteed, right? So if you got to break your controller,
you just buy a new one. My winnings will recoup the costs. Oh, but that's not going to be helpful.
No. So I do think we have limited tools available, but yeah, baking it off the wall.
Backboard, baby, and you're donezo, and that's why we want to hold in and get right straight up with the up B, because you cannot allow that vulnerability to be exploited when that down air hits the up B.
And the crowd goes wild, as they should anytime there's an alley-oop.
Yeah, more like the crowd goes mild, like But yeah, of course, Justin is going to be able to take that in a 3-1. Towa had the makings of a decent set, a competitive